School boards have been overlooked in the education conversation for a long time because they're just not as sexy as many of the other issues that we talk about nationally. And so the things that really dominate headlines and get people excited are often important, but not really the things that success rises and falls on in the classroom. And school boards make a lot of decisions that really govern what the experience of students is like, what happens in school districts, and really whether or not these various reform efforts and school improvement efforts succeed or fail. And we're finally turning to some of these more hardcore issues. Well, I think when you look across the case studies, you see a lot of different things. And I think the big takeaway is you can have success or failure under a variety of different governance and political arrangements. And so what's more important is making sure you have effective boards, making sure that they're good at their roles, they know what their roles are. And the business community can help in a number of ways, from helping support training efforts for board members, helping recruit and support board members to run for office, helping with areas where business has expertise and can bring it to bear, and really being a third-party voice for school improvement and making sure that information and so forth is getting out there so people understand the issues that school boards are debating. So, for example, Long Beach is really a quiet success story. We've had a district that's done very well. It's been a Broad Prize winner and consistently been a finalist in the Broad Prize and has survived superintendent transition. And so what you have there is just the business community helping with stability. If you look in Austin, where we looked at, you've got the business community came together to say, we'll support more revenue for the schools, but there was going to be a quid pro quo, some more accountability and some emphasis on performance. And so that's a way you can see the business community providing leverage. And then in a place like Newark, you know, the efforts are newer. You've got the state involved now, and you've got obviously a big gift from Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook founder, and business is just starting to figure out, okay, in that environment, like where's the most productive places to play a role. So I think if you look across the case studies, everybody can see something in there at a different life cycle, from very established successful initiatives to things that are still in their infancy, and there's lessons to be learned from all of them. The business community can't afford not to be involved in education reform. First of all, it's not as if this is happening in a vacuum. There's lots of other groups and interests that are involved. And second, it matters to business short-term and long-term. Long-term, obviously, is an issue of competitiveness, making sure this country is a good place to do business, and we have the kind of innovation and so forth that's made us a leader in the last century, continues to make us a leader in this century. And then there's more immediate issues. If you're a company and you're located in an area with low-performing public schools, it's simply hard to attract people to come live there, and so that becomes a talent issue for your company. So again, there's short-term and long-term, and it's good that the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is starting to step up to encourage business to get more involved, not just at a high level of sort of cheerleading, but really in some very granular ways to really get involved in again, the nitty-gritty of what it's going to take to improve schools.